This is a nice current temperature of the week, just like to let deep relaxing, healthy frost burger. And we do also crate train a lot of our birds as well, so that way they're quite happy to go inside the crate. So if they ever need to go to a vet, saying earlier on, the hot weather does affect our animals sometimes. A couple of our parrots have decided to have the day off, I'm afraid to say. So Yo-Yo has been kind enough to come and join us again. Now, one big difference between the macaw family and the cockatoos is the feathers that they have. So first of all, the colours of their feathers are quite different. So generally, macaws always come in these really, really bright colours, whereas cockatoos are generally grey, whites and blacks, mostly in colour. Now, you'd think that the macaws wouldn't have very good camouflage at all, but actually they do blend in very well in the habitat that they come from. So all of these, when they come and land, you'll see that they point those tail feathers downwards to fan them out, so they can use it as a braking system as well. So tail feathers are actually really, really important. For this reason, just like all animals, the parrots will actually molt their feathers once a year. They don't do it all in one go, that would make flight a little bit different. I hope you can tell which one is which. Yo-Yo does have quite a self-explanatory name. So there are 17 different species of macaw, and they're all found in the rainforests of South and Central America normally. Now you'll notice that Woburn and Yo-Yo like to stick nice and close together as they're flying around, and that's because parrots are very, very sociable. You'll find them in flocks of up to about 200 to 300 normally, but all parrots do something called pair bonding. So from an early age, they select a partner for life, and generally they will stay with that one partner for the rest of their life. Should we give them a nice big round of applause? So it is quite a hot day for them today, just like us during the hot weather, even though they have. I'm going to get excited around that Christmas service will stand up.
Listen now.
Feathers are actually really, really important. For this reason, just like all animals, the parrots will actually molt their feathers once a year. They don't do it all in one go, that would make flight a little bit difficult, so they do it very gradually, and our parrots are actually molting at the moment. You might notice there's a couple of gaps in some of their wings, so that's just a normal process, and it allows them to have a nice new layer of feathers for the colder months, basically. And so they do look after their feathers, they preen them with that lovely beak of theirs to make sure that they're all in good working order. The parrots will also use their feathers for communication as well. The cockatoos will use the crest on the top of their head to display what kind of mood they're in. It can be a little more tricky to tell what sort of mood a macaw is in, but the white areas on the bird's faces, these are actually skin, and just like us, the macaws can actually blush. So if you ever see a macaw with a slightly pink face, that usually means it's a little bit excited or sometimes a bit angry. It can actually be a little bit hard to tell the two apart sometimes as well. Now these birds will also spend a lot of time up in the tree canopy flying around as well. So you'll notice that they have very, very good balance, and that's because all parrots have zygodactyl feet, which just means that they have 2 forward pointing toes and 2 backward pointing toes. So if they do need to get to the end of a branch or a vine to get to a nice juicy piece of fruit, then they have the ability to do that because of their specially designed feet. So if you have a look at Wilma and Yo-Yo as they're
Cái gì đây?
มันขับสเปรย์เล็กไม่ดองเลย
มือด้า